Welcome to Asturias, north of Spain, in the Yeguada Maeza. Beautiful facility here in Asturias, rich in history for breeding sport horses. Also a beautiful part of the world. And in this new facility, this is the second edition of the show of the Maeza family. A full facility from breeding to raising, and also a top-class competition venue. This is the second year. This year we're going to, it's a 3-star. And to see us around this demanding track designed by Javier Teñor, which we're very familiar with, one of the leading course builders and one of the very top builders here in Spain. Always seem to get the result without overtaxing horses, and but asking plenty of questions at the same time. So far we've had 7 clear rounds, and to go around this 15 effort track we will follow Luca Maria Monetta, and he's riding Bertil du Barry. This is relatively beginning of the season for Luca with this horse. So starting on the Suzuki Vertical, down to the Asker Oxer, 1 fence down. Recently this horse had a double clear in the Nations Cup in Cola Minor in Italy with Luca with his very typical sympathetic style, just allowing the horses to gallop down. Again, normally the horses of Luca very often are also going barefoot, like many horses nowadays at the top level, and going around for a very nice round just with the one down. Little skinny planks, nicely over it. Going down to the last fence, last line on the 4 falls. Maximum time 78. He's just over the time there, and finishing up on a total of 7. So, as mentioned, this is to be a second edition. It's a hugely popular venue, and it follows on the show in Heras, although a lot of new faces are at this show, including 4 Spanish national champions, Olympic riders here. 2 of the top, 2 or 3 of the top of the A team, Spanish A team are here, including Sergio Moya and Edu Alvar. So next here for Belgium we have Anthony Philippart, and Anthony is riding Calypso de Blondel. This is a 10-year-old. Won a very good class in the young riders class in Fontainebleau this year. Has had Grand Prix placings. 18 Grand Prix in Valkenswaard. And of course the Philippart family needs no introduction. It's a great fence down. It's a credit to the organizers and indeed the Maestro family there to, as the second edition, to have been able to get such a big field to compete at this show, despite a very busy season all over. including this weekend Knokke in Belgium. There's two representatives of the Philipparts family here. And just coming in with 12 foals. So far clear. We have a clear for Thailand. We have 2 clears for Spain. Clear from France. A clear for Canada. This beautiful facility is in the middle of an oak grove, as you can mostly work out from the logo, and it's also within the cider plantation. Asturias, very big producers of cider. Oh. So next here we have for Spain, Ivan Serrano Saez, and he's riding Little John, Balou de Rouet, out of Widol and Mare, and another one bred by Lewitz, Paul Schockermel operation. This horse previously ridden by Armande Trapote, and just very recently taken over by Ivan Serrano. Ivan Serrano, who competed for the Spanish team in Rotterdam at European with Tam Tam du Vallon, and which we saw last week competing in Harris with a former horse of Martin Fuchs. This show, 3-star show, which is just before La Coruña, which is next week, so quite a few of those riders will be going up another star to the 4-star show in La Coruña, just a little bit higher up on the Cantabrian coast. So still only the 7 clears, and with another 12 riders to go. And next here for the UK is Joe Whitaker. He's riding Hula Hoop JR, a 10-year-old, also ridden by his sister Ellen Whitaker. Has many Grand Prix placing this horse in Le Touquet, Maubeuge, Lier. 10-year-old horse. So far, no English rider in this jump off. His cousin Jack is also competing here. So this is a big class money-wise, 17,500 euros to the winner, 50,000 euro prize money. There's 3 ranking class at this show, with Sergio Moya and Alamo being the winner of yesterday's big class. So coming in on a clear. So this is our 8th clear round here in Maeza. So he is very enthusiastic and knowledgeable public. This part of the world has produced a lot of very good horses, but also and especially has produced a lot of the top riders of the Spanish team are Asturian born. The main one being Sergio Moya. Asturias, where they also have the Nations Cup show in Gijón. Very famous show a little bit later in the year. So next for France, we have Nicolas Deseuze, and he's riding Stella de Preuilly, Valounet Rouet, 16-year-old out of an Apache d'Adrier, a mare. He's had Grand Prix placings at this level and higher. Very experienced, and so is Nicolas Deseuze. As mentioned, the plan of this wonderful facility is to produce top-class horses and to breed them and produce them here, and to also have this fantastic facility as a shop window. Got a little pressurized for time to make the time, but unfortunately that cost him to have the last fence down, so coming home on 4 foals. And at the moment still 10, but a lot of very strong combination to come, so unlikely to get into the money on that score. But he just was getting very tight for time there, and had to take a chance on the last, but it didn't pay off. So next in the ring is one-time Spanish champion, originally from the Canary Islands, but very much associated to the Sergio Moya's stables. It's the very talented Ismael Garcia Roque, and he's riding La Costa, an 11-year-old, previously ridden by Emma Stoker and Jos Verlooy. With plenty of Grand Prix placing with Ismael. Front pull down, coming into the combination. Was third in this very Grand Prix last year, when it was a 2-star. Then the first edition last year. Now this the second edition and a 3-star show. Numerous public here that has responded. Unfortunately, the last fence down, and coming in on 8-fold for Ismael. The Maestro family have giving all the proceeds of the gate to the local charity Caritas, which is a very nice touch, and very numerous public here scattered all over the the fantastic facilities of Maeza. So next into the ring is Kevin Gonzalez de Zarate de Fernandez, a Cantabrian rider, and he's riding Frappant, a horse that's recently been taken over by Kevin, and actually the fourth competition for what I can see, and he's been in the money every time Kevin has competed. This horse Frappant. Looking very solid. Well within the time and beautiful, and there's our 9th clear now for Kevin Gonzalez de Zarate, and another Spanish starter. Very versatile and competitive rider is Kevin. So next for the UK we have Jack Whitaker. Jack who this year has really come through in a very big time, and he's riding now Q Paravati N by Quality Time out of an Inductro mare, just 10-year-old. Originally started still in 2020, was written by Father Michael, but Jack has been riding this in at the highest of stages in Miami, Mexico, Doha, amongst others. Wonderful rider, Jack, and really one of the many top young riders that the UK are able now to line up in various Nations Cup. In Harry Charles and Lily Atwood and many more. Extremely polished, and there's a beautifully calculated round as well, just within the time. And there's another clear round, our 10th clear round for Jack Whitaker, second clear round for Great Britain. Now, next into the ring is for Belgium, Thibaut Philipparts, and he's riding Cap du Marais. Cap du Marais is a 10-year-old by Canaan, out of a Landor S mare. Just a 10-year-old, but previously written for Norway, originally from France. Great credit to the Philipparts team for the depth of horses that they have to be able to have five riders competing 3 and 5 star with full team of horses and at the top of the game. Quite remarkable. So coming in on just over the time actually. And we will not see, unfortunately, one of the Philipparts in the jump off of this Maeza Grand Prix, 3-star Grand Prix here in Sarajevo, in Asturias. So next to go to the start is Julien Anquetin for France. He is riding the 11-year-old Blood Diamond Dupont, Diamant Semilly, out of an Arpège Pierreville mare. Already a winner here. Won the ranking class on the first day, beating Richard Howley for Ireland. And Julien Anquetin won 155, one of the globals in Paris this year. And already the winner of about 130,000 euros in prize money, lifetime winnings. So obviously one of the favorites and very competitive combination here. Well within the time. Down to the last and clear, and there's our 11th clear of the class, and the second one from France to join Bilal Zariou, also a very fast rider, and Julien will be coming in at the end of the jump off, so make him especially competitive and a favorite for winning this class. But we still have 4 hugely competitive and successful riders to come before the end of this class. Just 4 more to go, and first of them is for Ireland, Richard Howley. Richard, who has had a very good weekend so far, using a lot of his other horse called Fame, but now he's riding Consulant de Prélé Z, by Consulant Z out of Fuego du Prélé. Archer taking no chance with the clock. Finished second to Julien Catin, the first ranking class on Friday. And, a very fast clear round there. Making it the 12th clear round of the class, and the first competitor for Ireland to qualify for what's promising to be a very fast and very competitive jump off here on a shortened course. Just 3 more to go, and not the least, first is for Luxembourg, Victor Bettendorf. Victor Bettendorf, based at La Roque, owned by the Equestrian family, and this horse indeed previously bred by the Hecars, originally produced by Michel Hecard, and now competed for the last 2 years by Victor. Has had some Grand Prix placing. Victor also very naturally very fast rider. Sourced by Spartacus out of a Casal mare. Again, a very fast and fluent round, coming down to the last. Again, another one with a fast round and clear, so this is the 13th clear round of the class, and making sure for a thrilling jump off to come in a very little while. More than likely another horse that's jumping bare feet. And next is the wonderful Rockefeller de Pléville Bois Margaux, the now 17-year-old top horse of Edu, who has come back in just as good form as he was before he took a long break, but seemed to be just as reliable as he ever was. Remarkable that here in Maeza we are watching Rockefeller jumping beautifully despite his 17 years of age, and at this very moment in Knokke, Peter Fredriksson will be competing his trusted warrior, H&M all in the Grand Prix there as well. So it's wonderful to see those older horses still jumping so well and loving the game just as much as ever. So a very effective and beautiful round, and Edu will also join the jump off, and it's the 14 clear, and we just want to go. He'll be either last or last but one to go into this what's going to be a very, very competitive jump off. So as Eddie leaves the ring, Spain's top rider for a long time with Alamo. Alamo, of course, previously ridden successfully by Steve Gerda, as well as being very successful with Sergio, and having just won the big class last night here in Maeza. Both Edu and Sergio are obvious choices for the World Championships in Herning in a little bit less than a month's time in Denmark. Public's totally silent. Ooh, too bad. That's such a shame not to be able to have Sergio and Alamo into this jump off of the Grand Prix of Maeza here in Asturia. It's coming in with a very fast 4 folds. So unfortunately, no Alvaro, but we have no Sergio, but we do have 14 clear rounds, and we're guaranteed to have a thrilling jump off here over a shortened course of Javier Tenor. So this is the warm-up, which is the beautiful indoor arena, where we can see the horses warming up for the second round. Jump off over a shortened course. Going over fence 1, 2, 8, 7 BC, 15, 5, and finishing over 6. So 14 horses, and first to go for Thailand, it's Yanakabahorn Karuna Yada for Thailand, and she's riding the Irish-bred Maxwin Kinmar Agalux, son of Aganix du Seigneur, chestnut mare of just 10 years. Janik Hamhorn, based in Arras du Plessis in Paris, and now starting very competitively here. Great, fast, good turn, very competitive, and get trained by William Stewart, and of course the big influence of Dermot Lennon, Ireland's world champion. Coming down to last, and she's really taken by the scruff of the neck, and coming in on 40-30. Tremendous result for Yannick Abhorn Karunayada with Max Win Kinmar Ragalux, and has really put it up to the rest of the competitors. Now next, for Spain, first competitor for Spain, it's Gonzalo Busca Roca, and he's riding another Irish horse. This horse, bred by Highfort stud John Murphy out in Upton, previously ridden by Bertram Allen, and before that Francis Connors. Bertram Allen rode him in the States, and unlucky fault there. And, classified, sole classified to out in America, and it's been ridden by Gonzalo Busca Roca, originally from the Basque Country. Not quite as fast, and 4 falls, so 42.96. Didn't really go flat out, but still didn't leave much, and one can see how competitive the Thai competitor was with his first horse, and will most probably push a lot of people into error. Next is very special combination here as well. We can expect a very fast round. Next here, it's just coming into the picture there. Next to go, and there he is. It's Bilal Sariou, and he's riding a horse that's won many fast classes. Usual Suspect Doge by Jarnac, a previous mount of Julien Paillard. Bilal is based in Julien. It's a wonderful story. Was discovered the talent. Bilal's talent was discovered by Julien's father, and he's now very much the second rider to Julien, and extremely competitive and extremely successful, and a wonderful, nice guy. Fortunately, 4 falls, very, very fast time. Very fast time, 36.30. So it was faster by a second faster than Janik Haberhorn, but unfortunately Bilal with 4 falls. So just into second place with still Max Win Kinmar Ragalux, Irish bred, Monaghan bred, horse of Janik Haberhorn, Carona Yada, into the lead, and down to the 4th combination now. This is another one for Spain. So next in this Grand Prix, there he is getting ready. Now Alberto Marquez Galobardes, exceptionally talented rider, and he's riding Averex PS by Action Breaker. It's just a 9-year-old. It's a sensitive horse. Takes every bit of talent that Alberto has to coax him along and humour the horse along. Horse with a lot of talent, of course. Action Breaker, previously written by Sergio Alvarez Moya. Ben Maher, amongst others, has an extremely talented action breaker called Breakpoint, which predicts a lot of big things in this beautifully jumping horse, but just needs a little bit of careful production, which he's getting. So Alberto most probably not trying to win the class, but just to assure another clear round in a reasonable time. It's already at 36th there, so won't make the time, but is trying just to go for a beautiful clear, which he's achieving at the moment. So he's well behind Janikawa, and coming in actually with 2 time faults with this Avrex PS. Another one bred by the Lewitt stud, and another beautiful horse, wonderful technique, and very cleverly written by Alberto. So we're coming to our 5th So, another one for Spain, Alejandro Entre Canales Marsan, and he's riding Sandano II. Again, doesn't seem to be trying to beat the time. Fortunately, 1 down. 3rd jump. And nowadays with a time limit of 50 seconds and haven't taken a lot of time, despite only having a fence down, ends up with a huge amount of time penalties. So just a fence down, but ending up on 28 faults due to the new way of computing the excess time. Has created some controversy amongst the riders, and I would say right now this particular rider would definitely not agree with the new way of computing time falls. So next for Canada, it's Brian Walker. Brian Walker is a 9-year-old Ciacoletto. Just seems to be close, but not close enough to beat the time of the present leader. And coming in with 3 seconds down from the leader, but with a clear round, which puts him in second place at the moment, but unlikely to stay there. But obviously, just a 9-year-old using it as a schooling round for this Checo fly out of a Liban mare. Lovely big horse. So next is one of the stalwarts of the Spanish A team. It's Santiago Núñez Riva, and he's riding Valentina de Hus by Vivaldi du Seigneur out of a Trophée du Rosel, 12-year-old. Santiago is normally a fast and competitive rider. With just the 2 clear so far, he might just decide to not to risk too much and just go for a clear. Would not have the time of Janica Bourne at risk, already 40 there, so and possibly not slower as well as Brian Walker, so slotting in at the moment in 3rd place, but still plenty of top riders to come. So we just halfway now with 7 more riders to come, and at the moment Thailand, Canada and Spain in that order on the podium places. So next into the ring, it should be one of the 2 Whittakers, with Joe first. Joe riding hula hoop. It's by VDL Boubalou out of an Inductro mare. So this horse has very good form in Grand Prix at 2 and 3 star and 4 star, so should be one of the favourites. At least to get very good money. Unfortunately, an early fence down will most probably slow him down a little bit. So very fast to that double, and again very sharp turn. Interesting to see how that compares, how his time will compare with the time of the present leader. Just didn't go which is quite as sharp there, but yeah, still nearly 1 second behind Johnny Cabhorn. So at the moment, she seems to be in a very good place, despite some very fast riders following. Again, it's a big money class, 17,160 euro to the winner. Wonderful facilities and beautiful natural amphitheater here with a great background for this show. So next is again for Spain, it's Kevin Gonzalez de Zarate Fernandez. He's riding Warrant, relatively new horse for him, for competition, I think, where that Kevin competes. Kevin always very competitive, always trying to win. Oh, unfortunately, difficult turn there coming to the double. The typical caveat in our kind of way of sorting them out. So coming down to the last, and was quicker, first rider to be quicker, but unfortunately 4 times. So the time can be beaten, but of course the vertical coming into the combination, the double, is a big ask if one takes too much of a risk. So still Thailand in the lead with just 5 riders left to go. Jack Whittaker, Julien Auquetin, Richard Howley, Victor Bettendorf and Eduardo Arnaz. So plenty of anxious moments left for Janica Bourne till the end of this class. And first of those to try and take her place is for the UK, Jack Whittaker, and he's riding Q Parabatti. 10-year-old bay mare. Estonian bred, this mare. Oh, fortunately there. Hands down. I hadn't quite done the time, but unfortunately Down, put him in 7th at the moment. So next, already a winner here, Julien Auquetin. He's riding Blood Diamond Dupont. And at this stage we still have Jenny Caphorn, Caroline Yada with Max Win, Kinmar Agalux in the lead, and just 4 left to go with Julien Arquetin with his winner of Friday, the big class on Friday. Going here to try and beat the time and leave them up. He's a fast horse, fast rider. Very good turn there. Brilliant. Yes, it's up at the moment. Hoping to try be able to land and turn, which he does. Coming down to the last, I think he's faster. Yes, faster. Faster by 2 seconds. So to put up a total new standards there with 2 seconds 23 faster and leaving them all up. So we have a new leader for France. It's Julien Arquetin, and he has set out another 3 riders to see whether he ends up on the podium. So into the lead with 38.07. Now, straight away to try and change the podium again. It's for Ireland, the informed Richard Howley, and he's riding Consulin de Prele Z, previously written by a Czech rider and Slovenian rider, and very quick, totally different type of horse than the horse of Julien Arquetin, much bigger horse, but Richard really going for it there. Very fast, very fast. Yes, he's up there. He's up, coming in on 30. Yes, taking another 1.5 seconds of the present leader. So Julien Arquetin's lead was very short-lived. Now into second with Jenny Caphorn into third, and that was extremely fast and effective. Difficult to see where anybody could take some time of this, but of course the first rider after him is again a speed merchant, Victor Bettendorf. So Richard truly delighted. Now for the Arad La Roque, it's Victor Bettendorf riding Simolo de la Roque Z by Spartacus out of a Casal mare, and again not the biggest horse, not the biggest canter stride, but very quick to turn and doesn't waste much time in the air, so could do it, but it's going to be difficult. Quick there, leave it up. Very fast. Oh, unfortunately, horse wasn't just able to finish behind, so he's on 4 faults. So Richard and Julien Arquetin definitely on the podium. Just one more horse after Victor, and so Victor had a good time of 39.25, but unfortunately 4 faults, which puts him in 8th place at the moment. So just one left to go, and interesting to see if Edu is gonna give Rockefeller de Pleville a schooling round, or whether he's gonna go and try and beat the extremely fast time of Richard Howley. It's quick. Extremely quick there. And even back, he's in touch. Richard might have been a little faster there to that line. The horse is swerving a little bit out, but coming in. Yes, no, yes, no. Unfortunately, no. And but finishing a fantastic second. It's absolutely wonderful to see the great Rockefeller de Pleville Bois Margaux as good as fresh as ever, and having a great attempt here at winning this Maeza Grand Prix, finishing a brilliant second behind Richard Hawley. So on the podium we have first is Richard Hawley, and he's riding Consulan de Prelay. Second, Edu Alvarez, and third, Julien Arquetin. What was a brilliant and very competitive Grand Prix here at Maeza Farm. So there's for the presentation with the pipe band, and Richard Hawley there receiving his prize from Miss Maestra, owner and president of the Maeza show. So from here in Asturias, while we're watching the rest of the winners getting their prizes, here it is Edu getting his second prize. For me, Alan Storm, looking forward to see you again next week in La Coruña. And before we finish, we'll have a short interview with Richard Hawley.
Amazing, yeah, absolutely fantastic result for me and my horse. There's some very fast combinations here this week, so I'm very happy to come out on top.